Hello everyone, this is Record of Ragnatalk, the podcast about the manga and anime Record of Ragnarok, and we have a lot to talk about today, including Season 3 announcement in March, a new chapter, and Salt Frog's voice actor revealed? Let's get into it. Starting off with a light story, English director for Record of Ragnarok Season 2, Michael Schneider, confirmed that the voice actor for Salt Frog in the English dub is Johnny Young Bosch, the very accomplished martial artist and voice actor who fans of English dubs will know very well. An official quote from Rasputin? According to the very reliable Twitter account Spoilers of SNV, a quote from Rasputin has been found. The quote reading, "The Empire will no longer have aristocrats, emperors, or descendants of emperors." This, in my opinion, puts Rasputin as sort of having a very sinister tone. I think Rasputin can be portrayed in many different ways and have all of them work. Rasputin was a very complicated person with many different sides of himself, and seeing this side makes me wonder just how they're going to portray him. If this quote is accurate, then I really feel like they're going to lean into the dark magician, black magic Rasputin angle. I don't think he's going to be portrayed as some fun-loving party guy that, a lot of people might view Rasputin as, or even just as a crazy monk guy. I think we're really going to see a very sinister side of Rasputin be portrayed in this series. With Record of Ragnarok being a very big hit for Netflix and them showing Qin Shi Huang and giving him a voice actor, I really think the odds of a Season 3 are very high. At this point, I think it's inevitable. Though the anime is divisive amongst fans, there is no denying its popularity. So, people were just sort of waiting for a Season 3 announcement. Season 2 was announced really not that long after Season 1 was put out, but still no word on Season 3. At least, not yet. This March, Anime Japan, Japan's biggest anime convention, will be taking place. On Saturday, the 23rd of March, Netflix will be given a 30-minute block to show off their new projects on the blue stage. Now, this alone does not confirm Record of Ragnarok Season 3. However, when I replied to the post mentioning it, the official Record of Ragnarok Twitter account replied with a thinking face. Again, this is not 100% a confirmation, but why would an account that rarely tweets respond to a random tweet asking for Record of Ragnarok Season 3 from Anime Japan that they weren't even tagged in? Now clearly something is going on here. I think this pretty much confirms that we will be getting a Season 3 announcement at Anime Japan this year. Then again, last time I predicted a Season 3 announcement, I was wrong. Very wrong. Not even slightly correct. So maybe I'm wrong again, but this time I'm feeling a bit more... Thank you, phone. This time, I'm feeling a bit more confident. I don't know if we'll exactly see a trailer. I think a teaser trailer at the very most, but I still think we will get an announcement. Probably just a nice title card. So round 10 has pretty much just started off, but I already love it. This might be recency bias, I'll fully admit it, but we've gotten so much action in this first chapter of the fight than a lot of other fights that we've gotten throughout several chapters. We've gotten so much action and references to swordsmanship and styles and just showing what these fighters are capable of and their weapons. And we're just starting off. I can't wait to see where this goes, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Now, the page where the audience is reflecting on Okita having red eyes is interesting. It's a nice little kind of filler page that says, "Okay, Okita, show them what you got." This sort of show the audience what you're capable of. It happens every couple of fights. You'd think the audience at this point would learn to be like, yeah, you know what? All these humans are really tough, but apparently they're still doubting every pick from Brunhild. Live your life, I guess. But one thing that was really, I think, noticeable about this page that stood out to me was that somebody said, we're going to get to see Okita fighting without his disease. So So for those who don't know, Okita died of tuberculosis in real life, and a lot of people, well, I don't want to say a lot of people, but some people I saw speculate that his tuberculosis would play a factor in this fight, that it would limit him, that it would prevent him from fighting 100%, or it would sort of be like Adam, where over time he would get worn down. But this confirms that's not going to happen. Okita doesn't have his disease. He doesn't have the TB. He's 100% ready to go. And then we get to see just how fast and agile Okita is. He is moving so fast, it looks like he's teleporting from the point of view of the gods. Well, at least Ares, so take that as you will. But then we also see Okita, when Susanoo counters him, we see Okita jump off of Susanoo. He uses Susanoo's body as leverage. This is exactly what I want to see. This is a much different style from Sasaki that people were worried about. People were worried about, oh, they're both Japanese swordsmen, they might be too similar, but they're not. Sasaki is much more grounded. He's much more strategic. Okita is much more forceful and quick and striking very viciously. And I think that matches his personality perfectly. And of course, when Hermes is explaining a lot of the slashes that Okita is doing, they're all sitting on, Japanese furniture. I forget the proper term. I do apologize. They all have their shoes off. They're all sitting down. Zeus is drinking some Japanese tea. Hey, it's a Japanese manga. You got to play up to your local audience, right? Because, during round 5 with Raiden and Sumo, it was a big sumo ring, and Heimdall had the sumo referee outfit. It's a Japanese fight right now. So, of course, all the gods are sitting on little cushions, and looks like it's been redesigned. Their sort of observation deck has been redesigned to the style of Japan, and they have their shoes off, and it's cute. I like it. And, of course, we find out with Okita, he built different. His heart is sending 3 times the normal amount of blood to all the muscle cells in his body, so he's moving extremely quickly. Obviously, we've seen things like this before in Record of Ragnarok. Things that are physically impossible. The Einhard are just, that's just Tuesday for them, Okita then tries to hit Susanoo with the 3 stages thrust, a technique that Okita is famous for. And of course, Susanoo blocks it. We can't have him beating Susanoo in the very first chapter of this fight, maybe second. I don't know if you would consider the chapter before this the first chapter of the fight, because they didn't really fight. But yeah, it's way too early to finish this so soon. And then once Okita's 3 thrusts destroy the sheath, we see Susanoo's the Ame no Murakumo no Tsurugi. First take, let's fucking go. And then we get 2 new god reveals, along with human blacksmiths. Well, particularly Japanese blacksmiths. One of them's a goddess. Well, you know what I'm saying. We get Kana-Yogo and Hephaestus. Major reveal. Honestly, I know a lot of people, mostly on the Western side, know most about Greek mythology, so seeing Hephaestus finally show his face, this is a big deal for a lot of Western fans. And although I try to keep up with other mythologies, I'll admit, I did not know who Kana-Yogo was. But I do now, and she is, I like her. And we find out that Susanoo's sword was forged not only by gods, but humans. They worked together to create this masterpiece of a sword. So if we're talking weapon advantages, Susanoo's got this in the bag, at least until we see who Okita has had his Volander with. And then we get a really cute scene between Okita and Susanoo, where they're both kind of geeking out at Susanoo's sword. Okita's like, man, that sword's really cool. And then Susanoo's like, yeah, man, this shit fucking awesome, yeah. It's like, it's cute. A lot of cuteness in this chapter, man. I'm really enjoying Okita and Susanoo's dynamic here. And then we see Hurst and Sasaki in the crowd. They're no longer in their little den, like they used to be with Okita. And who is joining them? Miyamoto. Hey, buddy, it's been a minute since round 3, the last time we've seen you, but here he's back. And then we see something really interesting. We see the French, we see the Spanish, we see the Japanese. We see all kinds of swordsmen from around the world talking about, oh no, it's this fighting stance, it's this fighting stance, this fighting stance. And I love it. I love how it's not just like Sasaki was the peak of Japanese swordsmanship, right? But this is referencing swordsmanship from all over the world, from medieval Europe, and I love it. I don't know, I just really appreciate the variety and diversity that we're seeing amongst the crowd talking about the sword styles. And then we find out it's not just one of those styles, it's all of them. Susanoo is packed, and he's armed with every single sword style known to man. This fight is gonna heat up, and I am here for it. This is honestly probably one of my favorite fight introductions so far. This is so much fun. I can't wait to see what's coming next. And massive shout out to the absolute angel and _ ROR on Reddit for the incredible translations. Girl, I assume you're a girl because of Anna. If not, I apologize. You're the best.